Coming in with
If the under was 3, I'm taking the under.
Deontay Wilder is in the gym. He says, I can't stop right here. I must continue my journey. I have to. Ah!
She just want them passing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on, guys? And this is Totally Blitz Fight Club. And shit, we live today in person. Me and Kev here together. Let's talk some shit, Kev.
Hey, man. I just wanted you to know that you's a bitch.
Oh,
but
shit,
for the niggas that aren't bitches, pour up a shot with me, man. We at Paul's house, you know what I'm saying? Drunk gambling, street fight enthusiasm. I'm in this bitch out here living my best life. My young brother just graduated. Shout out to that boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mark. Hey, man. Hey, cheers, man.
Cheers,
I'm gonna drink some water with y'all.
Yes, sir. That boy got to train in the morning.
Shout out everyone graduating. We graduating season right now.
Damn, that boy Kev, big dog shit.
And that's the one I was telling you about, $18.99, bro.
That wasn't bad at all. I might have to.
That boy looked like a young Meat Mill.
Ooh, nappy head braids. Shots start spitting that fire.
Went on the heart of Philly.
That boy said, "I'm that same nigga from Burke Street. Them nappy heads that lock. Them nappy heads that lock."
That big ass juice.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you can't read it, man. This shit bigger than my head.
Is that tea? Bro, that shit is big.
How much that shit cost?
What the fuck?
$2 at Dollar General.
Compared to that, what the fuck? You gonna have to hold that bit like a baby bottle.
Just put a nipple on the top of it, bro.
Nah, dead ass, man. But hey, bro, you gotta stay hydrated, cause boy, there's some smoke in the air. There's some smoke in the air, kid.
Real smoke this time.
Real smoke. This is on some not Masvidal Covington smoke, but this is on some Tank Romero smoke. That's a whole different type of smoke. Like I ain't never seen no smoke like
that's
that.
Some mist.
Right, man. They've been beefing for a while too. Romero's been calling for the fight for like 4 years now.
Watching that Showtime, Kev put me on, telling me to go watch that Showtime after the fight. I thought it was like an MTV produced thing with the way that they were. It was like no boxing, just straight talking shit, straight beef, a reality television.
And no training, just talking shit.
And it's funny because I believe because I'm not a fan of the way Romero carries himself when in this shit talking way. I feel like he's more of a TikTok shit talking to me. But like
you're not good at it.
Yeah, but both these motherfuckers is gangsters though. Like I'll give them that. Like both these motherfuckers aren't really hoes. Like they're not going for that even slightly. Motherfucking they're not going for that shit even slightly, kid. So I'm watching these niggas just going back and forth. Like Tank me, hey bro, I'm gonna show your ass. Use a bit. You know you can't put no face in it, your finger in the face. And then Romero not backing down. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm damn. I don't think he is, but I'm like damn.
Tank was on his ass in that one press conference they had. He was like pointing at his neck and shit. I was like, damn. I was like, what?
I like what he told the nigga. He's like, hey man, some people are born to do it, and some foreign people are born to talk their way through it. And I was like, oh shit, which one is you, Romero?
And Tank bullied his ass in that one press conference, and Romero just was staring at him stuck. He didn't even know what to say. Tank was on his ass that one, but
Rolly told his ass, or at least told the press that he's the star of this fight. The people are coming out to watch the fight for him, not Tank. Tank got beat by Pitbull Cruz. He ain't got no resume. He ain't got nothing.
Hey man, I respect it, but he's just not good at the talking shit game, man. I feel like it's an art to it, man.
I think he's like trying to sell the fight because like he's trying to build his platform because like
for sure he's definitely trying to do that.
You can take an L and just
it just be sounding so goofy to me sometimes.
Yeah, he sound like a lame. He sound like the motherfucker he used to bully back in the day.
Like you see in the lunchroom type shit. Like he just I don't know.
Always talking shit, asking niggas for their chips and shit. And the shit be tragic. This spider is fucking phenomenal.
The spider got
I don't know how to kill this fucking spider 3 times. But the way he talks shit, it seems like more like kiddish. Like he's just like trying to just scream shit out. Like if you ever watch Floyd when he used to go at when he used to go at Oscar De La Hoya, shit was disrespectful, but it was kiddish. Like
yeah. The young Floyd.
It reminds me of I mean, everyone loves Chael Sonnen and his trash talk in UFC. I love Chael Sonnen as the person, but his trash talk, in my opinion, was also very kiddish. Where it'd be like, "Oh, blah blah, you ain't got no defense. You can't do this," and he just be like, "Your mom can't do that." And it's just like, what are we? What are we? Second graders? Like, the crowd will eat that shit up though.
Yeah, man. Some people are born to talk shit, man. Like McGregor, man. I don't know if anyone can talk better shit than him.
You little twerp, you do nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone could beat McGregor. I think he's better than Floyd at talking shit. I don't know, throwing the water bottles across the fucking press conference, taking the belt. He was on that.
I watched McGregor once. McGregor just has a comeback for everything. Like I never knew there was a comeback for this. Somebody looked at him and it was like, you think? And you know how people be looking at your ass like, you think? Like after you say some stupid shit, niggas, he looked at the nigga, he goes, I do think. Whoa. I was like, what the fuck?
And the way he says it, his accent, the way he delivers it, bro, like,
you little twerp.
Top part. But Tank, his talking shit's a little bit more different because like
I feel like he more like
Tank's an aggressive street. Like, hey, bro, I'm finna like you keep acting up. You finna get.
Yeah, I feel like that's like he got that street vibe to him. Like it's like his natural self, and he's not really trying to put on a show. He's not even trying to promote. He's literally just
Charlo type. It reminds me of the Charlo brothers.
Yeah, like he literally he'd probably talk just like that out to someone if he had beef in the street or something. But I feel like Romero be trying to push it a little too hard, but
it's because Tank not from Baltimore, he from Baltimore. There's a difference. There's a difference. He really from out there. You feel me? And
you've been seeing his trainer go viral for his accent. That shit's funny.
No,
he got that heavy Baltimore accent.
Oh, that you?
Yeah. Yeah, they be twirling with that.
But hey, I'll give it to Romero. That was a fire-ass fucking suit he came out to. But boy, you better look.
Hey man, I'll give it to Romero too, cause man, I've been following him on the gram for a while, and I've been seeing him calling out all these guys and like Devin Haney too. But he got the confidence to do it, and like he started boxing late, so you know he had that late bringing, and he's gotten this far, but I just don't think he got the skills to really compete with Tank.
How many knockouts does he have? 14?
I can't. I couldn't tell you off my head. I would have to look up.
Did you see his last fight? Just because I didn't see it, I didn't watch it, but I do know a lot of people.
I did see win it.
It went to split decision, and a lot of people feel like the other guy won.
Yeah. No, I
ended up getting his ass beat last weekend by somebody else.
He also had a press conference calling out all these guys, and he had fucking marks all on his face. I'm like, come on.
He acted like he won the Super Bowl after the fact, even though everyone thought he lost, but after they say he won, he was up there on the top.
I watched one of his fights.
Banging that chest.
I watched one of his fights, and I was like, bro, I thought this kid, like, cause I followed him as like, I thought he was like an up and coming prospect, which he still is technically. And so like, I was tuning in for his fights, and one fight, man, I was like, bro, he just looked like he just like started. I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much shit, but you know what I mean. Like he just looked sloppy, and he was getting tagged a lot, and like I think he still ended up winning, but it was just like, damn, you don't expect that from these type of early.
So yeah, man, I like it. Yeah, I feel like I can agree with that, Marcus. You don't really expect that from the early prospects. And I like his knockout power. He has power. Like I seen some hits. Like he really be throwing.
He do got power. He definitely got popped to because like his knockouts are low key kind of nasty. Like he low key be knocking them. They be sleeping, but I just feel like he's just wild with his shots. He throws wide. I don't think his footwork is gonna be. And I feel like Tank is low key slept on with his IQ. I feel like he got a very high IQ that people sleep on because he goes for the knockouts. But he definitely got a high IQ, and I think this fight he's gonna show it too.
Bro, his knockout power, like I saw his knockout percentage, I think it was like 96%. And I was like,
who, Tank?
Yeah, I was like, I think that's honestly the highest percentage I've ever seen. Like
I think him and Wilder were like the number 2 guys knockout.
He only has 2 fights that's ever gone to decision.
Yeah, and it was Pitbull and fucking
that fight.
Yeah.
Who's
And the Gamboa fight almost went the distance, but then he knocked him out in the 12th round.
How many rounds is this one? 12?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, because they're titles.
They can't without. I like Tank because he can hit so hard late in the fight. Like, I don't care. I feel like Gamboa was a good fighter. I feel like a lot of people he fights are good fighters. They just don't have they don't have names. Like, I feel like if those people were to beat Tank Davis, they would go on to be big names and they would be nice on other people's resumes. But like, he just fights them before they get to that point, and like he kind of stops them. And like, it's just the fact that he can just hit so fucking hard. Like, I don't care how hard you come into the fight, how like labored you come, you gotta be able to deal with. He's hitting you hard as shit first round, still hitting you the same way 5th round, and 8th round he's still coming at you with that shit. You gotta be able to sit down and realize like, yo, this motherfucker does not let up the entire fight. So I feel like it's tough to go decision with Tank. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, he just hits so hard and he's so accurate. He's one of those like precision punches. Like, he just can land perfectly, and I don't know, he just knows how to time it up. And then he's southpaw, that doesn't help. So then, he's awkward to fight. Southpaws are always hard to fight, and I think he's gonna knock him out with an uppercut. I'm calling it because I just don't think Romero's defense. Yeah, uppercut.
What in Romero's defense or game makes you think that uppercut specific should take him out?
Just his wildness and like the way he likes to throw those fucking hooks he likes to throw. Them bitches are wide.
He's awkward. Yeah, he's a weird
He's
guy.
awkward as shit. And like I was watching the Showtime shit. Let's talk about how he used to do like, I think, judo or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. He should have done it fucking UFC, but
he still can.
Yeah, he definitely still can. He's still young, but he just looks so awkward, man. Like, I know he's still nice though. Clearly, he's gotten this far, so you gotta be raw for at least. But he's not on that Tank level. But
nah.
I just think he's gonna be throwing those wide shots, trying to be aggressive, try to put on a show. I feel like the lights are gonna be bright. He's going to try to show out a little too early. I think Tank is going to come out a little softer. Like, he's going to want to knock him out, but I just don't think he's going to come out, like, aggressive. I think he's going to let him be aggressive first and then start opening up.
So, I've seen a lot of talk on Twitter. Oh, right there. Yeah. I saw a lot of talk on Twitter. Do y'all think this is going to cards, or at least specifically over under 7.5? That's what I think is the number.
Under.
I'll take the under.
Under.
If the under was 5.5, I still would have taken the under. Because like, both of these guys are both coming in with
if the under was 3, I'm taking the under. Nah, I don't know though, because I think Tank might try to use his IQ and try to like bait him in and then knock him out. Cause I think Romero's gonna come out aggressive off rip. I think he's gonna try to try to show up his, like how Teofimo did with Kambosos, just try to come out real aggressive first round, swinging heavy, try to live up to what he said in the press conference. But Tank's gonna let him back, and then he's just gonna unload them counter shots, uppercut, bow.
How do you guys, since you guys both watched the All Access, right? How do you guys feel about Tank like changing the? How do you guys feel about Tank? How do you guys feel about Tank's like mindset to life right now? Because he's in Miami. He usually trains in Vegas. He's in Miami by himself. His coach. You don't see Floyd.
Nah, man. I'm loving it right now because we might see a whole evolution of Tank, and like we might see like his next, like his second career type about to start up because he's gonna leave Mayweather, and this is when he's gonna start getting these bigger fights. The fights he should have been getting, because like you got guys like Devin Haney about to be the youngest undisputed champion of all time,
and he's
traveling
even in the ring for the titles. It's not even like
yeah,
Haney don't win it. At least he's in the ring fighting for those titles right now.
Exactly, and Tank is 28. Like he's been had the hype, he's been had the name, he's been selling out arenas, he's been dead pay-per-view numbers.
This is third fight at the Barclays.
Exactly. He's been a star. Everyone knows, like, even the people that don't really watch boxing, they at least know Tank. Like, they at least heard of Tank just because of, what I'm saying? They just be knowing.
Oh,
like people at the barbershop,
yeah,
for sure, no Tank, but he's 28 or 27, 28, whatever. His time's ticking,
so,
man.
I can't remember if we hit on it in the podcast last episode or if we talked about it after the podcast was over. But Tank saying that this was his last fight with the money team, no more with Floyd. That was like the last time we spoke on it. So this morning, I saw an article. Same person that reported that bust the news that it's his last time being there. Same person reported that when asked now on it, Tank is saying that he loves Floyd. He loves the team. He loves the people in his corner. He loves the trainer. He loves everything going on. We'll see what's going on after the fight. So he said Al Heyman's name specifically. I think he said Floyd and the trainer's name specifically. So we kind of right back at square one. Right after, just like I agree with you, Marcus. I think it was a good idea of him to get out of there and make his own. He already has his own name, and now it's time to use it, capitalize on it. So hopefully he gets some clause in his new contract if he stays where he gets to pick fights or something. Like he gets to at least do something more hands-on.
I like it. I think I like his mindset coming into it because he even said that he looking at the Shakurs. He said 3 other names too, but all I heard was Shakur and other So
he said
Boots maybe.
Fuck, I forget his name. Richard. I forget his last name.
But yeah, Shakur.
So he talks about, he brings up how they're coming up. So he's middle of the pack now. He's not one of these old motherfuckers like Wilder, Fury, and them boys, but he's not one of these young niggas like Shakur and Keyshawn Davis.
He's stuck in the middle.
Yeah, he's stuck in the middle. So this is so he's taking control of his career. I feel like he's slowing down because I know Tank. One of my favorite moments on Twitter ever is when, if you're a fan of the show, we have a dirty motherfucker named Kyle on here sometimes.
Big nose.
Yeah, huge nose. Takes up the whole shop. But we have him on here, and one time he was talking shit about Tank. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was something about his case or something that you just don't do. Some shit Kyle would do.
Yeah, but he's gonna slap him.
Bro, that nigga said I'll beat he straight up snapped on Kyle. Every day to this day, I bring that up. I'm like, yo, you guys see that tatted motherfucker right there? He's cussed Kyle bitch ass out on Twitter. Motherfucker. And so I was just what Tank was at the time. He was not reckless, but he was crash on sight. So motherfucking, I like to see him slowing down and really thinking it. Cause now you look, and the way he's taking care of his body, and now it's looking like he's going for longevity. He's trying to keep his name around for a while, and he's coming to make history.
Yeah, he needs to work on that legacy now.
If he comes out looking stellar, gets the knockout win, looking dominant, is his name in the top 10? Because we were talking about how the top 10 pound for pound keeps changing every week after a fight happens, new names are added. Is his name going to be on the top 10 list after a dominant performing? If it
Nah, even with a dominating performance, I don't think. I mean, you can't really move him too much because of Romero, just because I feel like Romero really doesn't hold any weight at all in pound for pound talks, at all. No disrespect to dude, but he is not a name to look on the resume and be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing this because Romero is on the Mayweather team already, or he fucks with Mayweather. So it was an easy fight to make for Floyd, easy fight for Gervonta. They've been talking shit. So it was an easy fight to book, but it ain't. And so many other people like Charlo, and there's just so many other people that you really got to think of. Tank is right there though to break that top 10, but I do think he probably needs a big fight. Some people are gonna put him in the top 10.
On the other side.
Yeah, some people are gonna put him on the top 10 though, probably. But his skill set is top 10. I'll say that. But I just when you talk pound for pound, you gotta throw in the resume and accomplishment. You gotta throw in a bunch of other things. So I'll say he's right on that borderline for me. His skill set's top 10 though.
He's definitely in my top 10, but I don't believe in a pound for pound list. He's in my top 10 most dangerous niggas without a gun.
Yeah. If we talking like that,
he's definitely in my top 10. But motherfucking, I rock with Tate. I rock with the money team. I like it. I hope they can book him big fights. But one thing I do want to shout out is the trainers in this situation. I think Romero's gonna get boofed because his trainers also buying into this stuff. I see the difference between the trainers because
his trainer is having his feelings hurt.
Yeah, his trainers in that bitch, like, cause that shit was disrespectful. He goes, we already know about what's his name, Blades or Black, whatever his name. We already know. He goes, well, y'all don't know shit about me. We know none of your fighters have skill. I was like, yeah, nigga, he didn't say skills. He said skills. I was like, that's that Baltimore. That's that Baltimore. And so the fact that he's going in there, and then like even like you see the difference. Like he's egging Romero on versus Tank's trainer's name is Kevin, right?
Yeah,
Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie's kind of letting know, like, hey, yo, we're here for respect. We're here to handle business. So like you see something similar to that, something like that.
Yeah, I forget. It could be though. I can't
He's cold though. He cold.
And they've been with him since he was a kid.
Day one.
Literally day one. He literally started training in that same gym that they're not in it right now, but they always still go back when like Tank was like 7, 8, bro. That shit's crazy to watch him grow up and be a world champion, pay-per-view star now. That's crazy. And he's still in his corner.
Nah, it's just gangster, man. It's just fun. And then
that's like a movie.
Nah, it's just raw. I can't wait for the documentary to come out. They deserve it.
Yeah, for the hood.
It's like Mike. It's like if that's how like Mike Tyson would be if Custody Amado didn't die.
Oh yeah, man. Mike Tyson got the greatest sports story of all time.
I think we're all under 7.5 on the rounds. We're all on the under, even if it was 5 rounds. We all think it's gonna be a quick fight. We all take Tank, dominate and win, knockout. So anything I want to hit on this fight before I have one more topic to bring on that I think might take up a little bit of time. So before I move on to that, anything else you want to add into the fire?
Nah, man, knockout. Shout out that boy Tank. Shout out Romero for even fighting Tank. Knockout, 3 rounds, man. I've been calling it for a while. Stop playing with him.
I like Leonard Ellerby. I always like to see bro on camera. That's a cool dude. I want to hear his story.
He looks like a businessman.
Yeah, he looks like a straight up CEO. Like he looks like he only talks to Al Heyman and Floyd. Like everybody
else. And he looks like he whispers when he talks.
Mm-hmm. And like he was loving that shit. Like all that, he was like, yeah, this is selling. This shit gonna sell. And like I don't like the way they sell fights at the press conferences because I feel like they're talking to Sherms. They're not talking to me. They're not, yeah, man, if I would be tripping if you wouldn't go to this fight. Nah, bro, you're not talking to me. If you want me to fight, you're going to say, hey, Romero, Davis, be there, bitch. I'm like, oh, shit, that must be me. But I like Leonard Elby. I would like to hear his story to see, like, how he got with Floyd and all that good stuff. Bro, cool. And he be dressing.
Shit, yeah, he be clean with it.
They probably already making that movie. But shit, if you're not, you better get on to it. But September 17th, what are y'all doing?
September 17th.
Was that time union thing?
It would be nice to be getting some booty that day, but
we gotta go.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about, Marcus?
Bro, we gotta go to it, man.
Where?
You got Triple G versus Canelo 3, the trilogy, bro. I think this is the fastest booked fight like
ever.
They had the paperwork done even before B-Ball's fight. Like that shit was like, all right, yeah, here we go.
It was probably in his rematch clause. It was like, all right, so
technically,
I'll get a rematch, but after I fight Triple G.
Yeah,
like, that's how
technically he signed a 2-fight deal, so like it technically was already done. Triple G just had to win his fight. If Triple G would have lost, it would have fucked it up. But technically, he did have that bitch planned out. That's just crazy how Canelo's just back in the gym already.
Oh, you know he didn't fucking. He probably was sad for 20 minutes while he probably let 2 tears go by, and then he got on his 2 feet and he started using those 2 hands to hit 1 punching bag, and that's how we got this fight. Like,
it's back at it, man. I'm hyped for this fight now.
I'm not gonna lie though. I would accidentally retire if I had a lady that bad at the house. I'd be like, nah, I don't need this anymore. I see the difference between me and Canelo. I see the difference.
The boy with Canelo putting that work rate. Maybe that was also why. I mean, I don't want to say it, but like Maybe that's why B-Ball won. Maybe he was looking ahead. Maybe this Canelo, maybe Triple G fight was already kind of booked, or he knew it was coming up after the fight, no matter the result.
Ooh.
So he wasn't taking it as serious. He wasn't, you think you're gonna win everything. You're Canelo,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe he did think that was gonna be a little easier than it was.
You think he might have accidentally had because
it happens in football all the time. Like 1 week you're playing the Lions, next week you play the Packers.
He was just on such
worried about the Lions. Fuck the Lions. The next thing you know,
he was on such a dominant run that he just thought he was gonna slide through B-Ball.
Possibly.
But
or B-Ball's just that nice.
Triple G, I know he was happy to see the loss. I know he's happy to see that, like, hey, this man Canelo, who everyone thinks is unbeatable, he ain't unbeatable. He still believes he won both of those fights. And there's a lot of people who think he did also. Like
the first one? I'm a Canelo fan, so it's always gonna be. Yeah.
I'm a Canelo guy, and I will rewatch them. I would say Triple G. You could say the first one, Triple G won.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
But I'm still standing on it. Canelo won the second one. A lot of people say he lost both of them.
Hey, but this is how I'm running with it, right? I'm Mexican on the Canelo fight night. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'll be at Paul's house making motherfucking what's the shit?
Mexican Kev.
New Mexico, the fire shit.
Oh, the tamales.
Yeah, I'll be at Paul's house making tamales, kid. I'll be.
Cooking
Canelo's fighting tonight. Come on, man. What you got going on? Get the sauce already.
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna be first fight, because I feel like they both just gave each other, like they both threw punches that could leave known people in the hospital. Like they hit each other with some crazy shit that first fight, and like the weaving and stuff. I thought it was just a draw. Like I thought if I would have scored that myself, I feel like I would have came up to a draw. But like the second fight, my nigga Canelo won that shit. Y'all tripping.
Hey, bro, everyone do say, like, hey, look at their faces at the end of that second fight. I will say it is a known fact that Mexican heads are different. They don't bruise up like that. They just take them punches and keep it moving.
I was watching Django the other day, and they said that black people have a scroll. They said the slaves have in their skull. There's 3 dots. They automatically make them some bullshit, right? That's what they try to say about my nigga Canelo. Yeah, man. What you mean? Look at his face, man. Like Canelo, not the palest red-headed motherfucker we ever met. Like that nigga probably get red in the sun for 10 minutes. Like you could, if you really put them things on him, you could do something.
Facts.
No, but I think that's gonna be the shit. I feel like every big fight we keep saying this is the biggest fight of the year type shit, but the boxing has been balling out this year, bro. Tuning in.
It's because
this one might be the biggest one unless Crawford Spence gets made for November, which we getting close and close. Like that shit. I think that's the next fight for sure.
Both sides said talks is good.
It sounds good because it helps that Terence Crawford's a free agent, so there's nothing really. And everyone got all the belts, so there's not another champion interfering. So I think that shit's about to happen for real, man. A long time waiting.
They're already training for each other.
Oh yeah, they probably both been in the gym.
And so Canelo said after this fight he is taking B-Ball rematch. So like his fights are set up. That man works.
Here's my thing about that. Like,
you don't stop.
How old is he gonna be after that? Are you like it's just like. What is his? Well, I think somebody should really do a documentary about Canelo's body, like because this man is not slowed down even slightly, and the fact that he can just continue to go up in weight and continue to still go back down, like somebody should do it. Like, what the fuck is his bro made of?
He's an OG boxer, man. We not used to it because we don't see it much nowadays.
Fight, bro. That's it.
I'm starting to think he got some adamantium or something in there. Like this man is a fucking.
It's all the.
He's a fighter from the 80s. That's what it is.
It's the change from meat diets to vegan diets to back to meat diets, where it makes you go stir crazy.
He got that old school mentality. He doesn't stay out of the gym. He likes working. Most fighters that, especially the money he's making now, he's like one of the highest paid athletes.
Always a draw.
And like, come on, man. Like most fighters, like look at McGregor. Like I'm not gonna say McGregor's not hungry, but you could see the difference when he started to get money, especially after the Floyd fight. So to see Canelo not really hit that stage and he just stay in the gym, he gets better with every fight. besides this one, but he's probably gonna bounce back. But it's crazy what Canelo can do, man.
But shit, fucking stay tuned for that one. That's gonna be the biggest fight. If we
I'm not saying no predictions yet.
That's it on this. Oh, one more thing. Deontay Wilder is in the gym. He says, I can't stop right here. I must continue my journey. I have to. Ah! Dang. Let's go. My dog's still working.
To this day.
My dog working. Yeah. Hey, you already know who he fighting.
Hey man, he needs to go get that
If Fury retired, that belt's up for the grab.
Oh yeah, the WBC. That's who it was. Who the fuck was he in line with? Joe? I forgot who the fuck it was, bro. I gotta look at the rankings.
I'll go fade Wilder.
The WB, I think it's the WBC rankings. No. He's up there. I think he's like he's up there though. He should go fight.
I'm saying the biggest fight of the year would be, after I said that shit already overused, but the biggest fight would be Wilder versus winner of Usuk Joshua unification match. Off rip.
We need it immediately. I need somebody to run some.
Hey man, that would be cool if Wilder can go get his belt back. That'd be a dope story.
Why just one when you can have all of them?
And that's all we ever wanted, to unify the champion, the division.
And then fuck it, Fury comes back after that to take on.
That would be crazy to see. Usyk fight fucking wild.
That's fucking.
That's like
terrible.
Dana White world right there.
If he were to do that, I would really be so hurt. I'm like, it would just. What if he just?
I have a hope.
I would be like, wow, I hate you. This is like Jordan coming back.
But if he comes back, you think he's looking as sharp as ever? You think his boxing skills are better? You think he's
I mean,
KO man?
Nah, he's gonna be definitely a KO man. He might look better in the beginning rounds, but I think he's gonna look good still because he looked good before against everybody. It was until he ran into Tyson Fury that fucked him up. So we haven't seen him fight anyone yet or since then. And when he fought, forget his first name, Brazil, the dude he knocked out bad, bro. Between those Fury fights.
Oh, you talking about Bundy?
Nah, I think his last name was like Brazil or some shit.
Oh, you talking about that light-skinned bum-ass nigga?
But he just, bro, I think Wilder will bounce back good. Definitely not against Usuk, though. He got to fight Usuk. Yeah, he got to fight Usuk.
Ruiz or Dylan White?
Dylan White, and I think the Joseph Parker.
Give me Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, give him Francis Ngannou. That'd be crazy.
Give me Francis Ngannou. Dana, make it happen.
All right.
What if that's how UFC works? What if that's how fighting works? I'd be like, hey, make it happen. Hey, Al Heyman, make it happen.
If Dana can get in with one person, like if he just gets in with one promoter, that shit can potentially happen. And just make fights with that promoter's big star.
Yeah.
He doesn't respect boxing enough.
No, he used to be a boxer. He doesn't respect the boxing business.
Yeah, I apologize. The boxing business, because he's like,
he don't fuck with the boxing business.
That shit's been a fucking mess for a while now.
Corrupt.
Yeah, we ugly over here.
Shit. Well, we got some drinking to do on our side. We already talked all the fighting, all the fighting to happen in the future. We got the Heat versus Celtics on prime time right now. Don't miss the Heat moving on to the finals. Calling it.
Yeah, bitch.
And this has been Paul Pickle Winham Contra. I'm with.
Hey man, you already know it's that boy Kev Waterboy, some boy.
You already know it's PT, man.
And this has been totally blitzed. Yo,
problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Cause my gang got tools, you can call them boy crap, man. This gang got rules, man. You better watch your passes. This ain't nothing.